Hi everyone, and welcome to this LAT60explore tutorial on how to use our aggregate layers for competitive analysis within the aggregate industry. Starting off, we're going to go to the left-hand sidebar and scroll down to the land use grouping. Under this, we will select the aggregate category. You'll notice that there are 4 different options for you to choose from: aggregate potential, private pits, SME dispositions, which are representative of surface material exploration dispositions, SML SMC dispositions, which in turn represent surface material lease and surface material license dispositions. Alternatively, you can also search for each of the layers using the search bar at the top. In this tutorial, I am going to select SME dispositions first. SME dispositions are important as knowing the location of your competitors' exploration sites will allow you to identify areas and regions in which they are planning a potential expansion to. You'll notice that when I select this layer, it says zoom in next to the layer's title. For this example, I am now going to zoom in onto a random location on the map. Clicking on the SME layer will present exploration sites across the province from a variety of dates, times, and disposition statuses. This will allow you to see a history of your competitors' exploration activities. If there are numerous SMEs within one region, this identifies this area as of particular interest to them. To view a list of all of the SME disposition sites within one area, you can utilize the Query tool. I will now select the Query tool and input a range. Clicking on this icon, and then the map, you can see that the bottom right of this sidebar has displayed the results from our query. I will now deselect the Query tool by clicking this icon, and for clarity purposes, I am deselecting the SME dispositions layer and zooming out. I will now be using the Filter tool to illustrate how to filter the layer for specific competitive analysis. Selecting the Filter tool, I am going to select SME dispositions as my layer. My first property that I am going to select is company name. This property is useful for filtering to see the history of one of your competitors' surface material exploration activities. In this case, I am going to search for TerraShift Engineering's activities. I am now going to click View Filter on Map and zoom into the Peace River and Manning region. As you can see, TerraShift has taken out numerous SME dispositions within this region. I am going to click on this one as an example. However, if you are not interested in a specific competitor and are focused on the amount of surface material exploration that has occurred during a specific time span, you can instead filter by date. I am going to reset the filter, and as my property, I am going to select date. The date period I am going to select is between January 1st and December 31st of 2018. This will provide you with all of the SME dispositions from last year. After clicking on View Filter on Map, numerous SME dispositions fitting within our criteria will appear within our chosen region. I'm going to click on this one as an example, and as you can see, it fits within our date parameters. As SME dispositions are only valid for 180 days, let's say you were interested to see which SME dispositions were valid for the second half of 2018. Resetting the filter, I am now going to choose my date parameters as July 1st to December 31st of 2018. Within our region, this results in the following dispositions being derived from our filter. Selecting this one as an example, you can see that its date fits within our parameters. However, you may also find it valuable to know where your competitors have launched applications for SME dispositions, as, by knowing which competitors have applied for SME dispositions within a region, you can accurately predict who is debating about expanding there. Resetting the filter, I am now going to filter for disposition status and select Application and Land Amendment Application. Additionally, I am going to add another property by clicking the right-hand plus button, and this property will be date. In this example, I'm going to filter for applications launched in the second half of 2018, so from July 1st to December 31st of 2018. After clicking View Filter on Map, you can see that there is this application for an SME disposition fitting within our date criteria in this region. Selecting it, you can confirm that the date and status for this disposition fits within our criteria. If you would like to share this information with your company or keep a record of it, one way of doing so is by using the Print Map/Report tool. Selecting it, then entering in a map title, and clicking on this icon will create the following map for your records.